time to get the round robin back underway. We're about halfway through. This time round, we've got the multi-entry going up against Courdier's Turbo Pack. It looks like it's actually the Tournant. I guess I wasn't pronouncing it correctly this entire time. You'll have to excuse the whole ADHD plus dyslexia kind of going hand in hand. Um, yeah. Oops. It's been a really fun entry to watch. This is, again, I guess this means that all of the pack entries have fought each other now, I think. So yeah, should be interesting to see how these get along. Immediately. Okay, all right. It took out one of the engines in old Ronald, which means it hit like back here, I guess, somewhere. It's so hard to tell with packs, man. Nothing too lethal. I guess it's not exactly too scared of top attack. Big chunk ripped in the top there. Oh, well, unless there is a heavy armor plate there. Is that the AI? That is the AI. Yeah, that could be problematic. That could be problematic. Another pack shot. Another line of blocks falling off here. What do we got? Stone and some heavy armor. Okay, looks like a hit to the rear, possibly. Maybe somewhere in the winglet. Oh, it shaved off one of the pack barrels. All right, well, that would do it. Gonna make things just a little bit more tame. Gotta love how vulnerable packs are. Oh, it may have disabled both packs with that shot. That or just didn't feel comfortable with the angle it got there. Seems to be having a little bit of trouble turning, too. Huh. Oh, shit. AI death. God damn, I got jump scared by an AI death. I guess the second part of the multi-entry, the diner, got it with, I guess the AI compartment was exposed, so party mix becomes dangerous. Okay, now we've got the triple-barreled 48 by Kevin Try going up against Jacques Aerostars. Which immediately try to become planes. Looks like some ammo went up there. Don't love to see that. We did see that Kevin Try's entries have a slight weakness to torpedoes. So this is definitely kind of an odd matchup for him. Given that I think Jock was really the only one who, yeah, there they go, focused on some kind of chunky torpedoes. Oh, speaking of which, one went right underneath there. I had another 3 come in. It looks like these are more kind of middling depth. still have the potential to rip into nasty things, but they're not quite getting the bottom attack angle that we were seeing from the from his larger entry. One of the airsters kind of collecting a dangerous amount of DQ points. Ooh, alright. Ammo compartment went up there. I think the ammo on all of Kevin Try's vessels is pretty well squirreled away and spread out. Yeah, there goes the second air star starting to disqualify. It may have lost turning. It really feels as if it's kind of maintaining its distance, and what's actually happening is the H-48 with its little wiggly turns kind of moves just outside of the tournament range limit, but it can turn back in really quick, and the airsters can't. Yeah, here we go, racking up some more DQ points. We may have needed differential. It looks like it's trying to differential. It's just not, like, necessarily set up sensibly or right. Oh, dear. It might be one of those auto-propulsion problems. I wonder if they've made that any less terrible. I don't know what else to call it. I mean, honestly, the little double entry, God, if that second one didn't DQ, they were doing fantastic damage to the 48. They were both at around 90% health, so they were keeping pace. May just be that the armoring on the airsters is somewhat well suited. I mean, it's also just that the torpedoes are absolutely ripping the block count up underneath. Plenty of uh-oh. Ah, yeah. Well, there went the engine. Oh, God, and most of the AI. That's, no longer really connected. Oh, we're kind of sinking. That does make sense. That does check out. A little slow sink. No DQ points just yet. I'm kind of surprised. I feel like the nose is under. Well, I guess it counts from the center of the craft. Yeah, there it is. Oh, we didn't. Wait. There we go. Okay, now we've got Jock's second entry, which we were just speaking about. Unfortunately, the focus on torpedoes isn't going to help it here because it's going up against Maxolotl's Arrogance Plasma Flyer. So this is largely going to be, I guess it's APS versus the Arrogance's Plasma. Oh, they already, oh, it can still fire. Oh no, that's the next gun. Hell no, it can't fire. Sorry, I got tricked hearing this one firing. Yeah, plasma and small turret caps. It's not great. Never a stellar mix. It is getting a little bit of damage done to the Arrogance. Done a little bit of firepower damage even. I wonder where. Missiles. Yeah. Ooh. You know, going straight for center of mass. This is interesting. Is the outside and inside of your AI compartment EMP insulated? Huh. Oh no, okay. It's just where the heavy armor blocks touch the armor, you've insulated it. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair enough. Fine way of doing it. I suppose that is technically less heavy armor and less expensive than functionally increasing the size of your AI compartment by an extra cubic meter on all sides to have the insulation on the outside of it. Yeah. I wouldn't trust it. I have trust issues. EMP trust issues. Oh, look at this. The plasma's kind of going through the deck. Whoop! Whoop! Yeah, it's dead. One gun remaining. I forget what these were armed with. I feel like they were armed with like a real interesting kind of slow AP heat. It's like a big chunky shell. Because Jacques was telling me they don't like that you can do fast AP shells and still have them detonate, since that's not like... You can't really do that in the real world with heat very well, because fast chemical rounds have problems with fusing and improperly detonating and all that jazz. Part of why we're just throwing spent uranium rods at everything now and just going, I don't fucking know, send a fucking cylinder at Mach 3 at a target. It's fine. It's fine. It'll do it. I guess a lot of them are tungsten core too. You good old APFSDS. That's a whole nother can of worms. It's a shame. It feels like Jacques getting real close to disabling systems here, but the gun's just got a little bit of ADHD in its targeting that is not doing it favors. Also, the fragments don't look like heat fragments. They're like white. They look like normal fragments. So I might be misremembering, or maybe it was multi-armament. Maybe it was frag heat. Frag heat would actually be kind of a fun shell type, to be honest. Does look like this gun is starting to get burrowed into, though. Oh, wow. We've almost hit it from the underside in the water. That's wild. There it went! Oh, no. That was the, okay. Nope, this one's still alive. So is the backup engine. The baguette holding up quite well. Yeah, plasma is such an interesting damage type. It is really good at just getting health numbers to drop on kind of tight, small volume craft like this. Alright, well that's definitely an HP victory for the Arrogants. Okay, next up, Stoutlaw's Laboria and Factoria versus the H-47. Think this is really going to come down to which gets targeted first, and whether those big frag missile volleys stay intact. Oh, that's a lot of blocks already. Okay, alright, the hatch protected the missiles. You love to see it. Ooh, boy. Alright, frag missiles doing what frag missiles do, baby. Absolutely ripping through the composite lighter armor going on here. This armor is incredible against chemical rounds and even pretty damn solid against AP rounds. But lots of dispersed frag damage like this. Just tearing through things. Ooh, uh-oh. It looks like our lack of firing restrictions is back to bite us. But there was also a big detonation over here. Okay, it was the front of the ship. Holy shit. It's like an ammo compartment or maybe the gun. Somehow, the missiles are alive still. We're sinking a little bit. We're not sinking anymore a little bit. We're having buoyancy issues. It looks like the 47's kind of splitting fire between the two boats. Hasn't managed to take out the gun on this one yet, though. Must have hit the anti-chemical round walls. Not seeing... Oh. Looking as if those missile volleys are blind. Or at least that last one went. Oh yeah, we're through water. They might not be able to see the paint. They cannot see the painted target. Oh, the downside of laser-guided missiles. Did they lose the top layer? No. No, they did not. I wonder if these have a one-turn. They've got to, right? But if they had a one-turn, clearly the boat knows where the other boat is. It's pointing its laser designator at it. Both kind of slowly sinking here. Really struggling to stay upright. One of the downsides to up props. Man, they came in with like the perfect damage type. But the H-47 being so consistently fast and forcing them to chase, with the laser painter being in the rear of the craft, it's really causing some heartache for these guys. Oh, ay. We look to be completely proper dead in the water now. Kind of a slow sink going on here. Oh man, what a bummer. Yeah, you know, you could have maybe put a painter on the top of your detection tower here. Just for a little redundancy. Damn. You can also have a one turn so that they at least get a vague on target. But I think we're going to have a sink right before we time out here. That's a shame. Without that disqualification, I believe they were close to having a health lead. It was very close. They may have still been behind in health at this point, too. But that's going to go to the 47. Okay, now we've got the turbo pack going up against the melter. See how this ends up going. I really do like these thumps. Whoa, they went way low. God, they were aiming right at the pack. Whole craft seems to be aiming at the pack, which is unfortunately very underwater and not easy to aim at. I mean, it took out a simple weapon. You know, actually, wait, it dug in kind of deep here. As you'd expect. Yeah, well, ultimately. Wow, that's some chunky side armor there. Goodness. Okay, it's picked above water now for its targets and its thump. Boy, it's gonna really suck if that pack hits the thump missiles. It's really fun to watch those thump missiles just kind of slowly trickle in. Thump missiles still intact. Look like they took a little bit of superficial splash damage from the APS firepower. Unclear exactly what the pack is targeting. It's kind of just shooting at random spots here. I guess that was here. Ooh. Okay. Alright. That damaged the thump missiles. So that was a damn good spot to pick. Bonk. Another big thump. Bonk. These little spy plane thump missiles are very funny. Thump. Now this thing is 100% all heat all the time. Oh. That is now all heat firing at, yeah, solid blocks. Right next to the AI. So that could be a problem. I've got some material containers that we're killing now. Thump thump. I love those thump missiles. See how the melter's looking. Doesn't look like it's taken any more damage from missiles. No, I feel like a second shot would have gone through this other half. I must have just missed that the first time around. Pack really has been kind of just awkwardly chipping away. Is that a sonar buoy? Or is that one of the missile decos? What is that? Huh, okay. Haven't rolled over yet. The thump damage, though, does mean that the health lead is kind of growing in favor of the melter here. A lot of blocks. Nothing really important in them, though. Thump. Cool as someone brought remote guided thump missiles to this. One of the damage types I was really excited to see. Alright, that's gonna go to the melter. Okay, next up we've got the unnamed hovercraft. The second of my entries, or I guess the first. The second is the Team Fast Food. Up against the Night Storm, which was the first of Kevin Try's entries. Got the big, very nasty APS, plus the active defenses. That's interesting. These are two of the ships that have active defenses. However, the active defenses don't matter on the hovercraft because Kev tries all APS all day. Doesn't do too much good there. Meanwhile, these crams are going to get murdered. Yeah, there it is. I was about to say. It looks like the missiles are getting through, though, which is interesting. Big damage coming off from the hovercraft there. Although we got some barrels and stuff on fire over here. Some barrels and some turret caps, although we're like in the water. Interesting. Wonder why it sits so low. Is that cram just gonna... It is. Alright. It's wild to me how fast these suckers are. Like, it's hard to tell, but these are some of the faster entries in the entire tournament. They're basically going at the speed limit while being in the water and having huge displacement. They're just wildly... We did actually kind of see it with the double entry earlier, where, you know, those two fast little corvettes were having trouble keeping up with one of these big scooty boys. It's like one of the crams hit, missiles setting fires everywhere too. That ain't gonna be good for it. See how we're looking over here. God, I mean, mostly intact, honestly. With the exception of, it looks like this missile system is damaged here, maybe. Nope. Got real close, but missed. Oh, never mind. Well, actually, no. That's just the gantry looking kind of damaged. It's not dead, though. So we're still full firepower going up against the Night Storm, and actually have turned around the HP deficit. Towards the start, that initial volley from Night Storm put the hovercraft 5 or 6% behind. It's like it's slowly crawling its way back. Could just have to do with fire being an extremely efficient damage type, honestly. I don't know if we've gotten any, like, gun kills or anything significant. Okay, no, one gun there. Looks like the snake has been disconnected. Ah, yeah, right there. And we're actually... Oh, this one is also basically dead here. Looks like that was just from proper gun damage, chewing away at it. The Sea-Wiz is looking sad. Actually, yeah, no, wait. This Sea-Wiz is disabled. Yeah. May have burnt out from the top down? Huh. Definitely still have a couple functional firing pieces left. But kind of just slowly getting whittled away at this point. Oh no, the flag's on fire. That's kind of fucked up. So can it stop the crams anymore? Yes. Just barely. Doesn't look like it's even trying on the missiles anymore, though. I wonder if one was set up to go for smaller stuff and the other was set up to go for bigger. Love looking. The reflections are so nice. So we got about 20 seconds left. Could get a spontaneous AI death from one of these big APS guns still remaining. Oh, well, another one just lost its firing piece. Alright. That looks like a victory to fire damage. Okay, now we've got the Naked Redemption. Ah, with a whiff. Although, a little bit of AI damage done there, a little bit of detection. Looks like it kind of, yeah, it came through here. The Naked Redemption is going to be going up against the Double Barrel 47. See how well its armament does. You know, if the pack... Ooh, ouch. Oh, no. Oh, already? Where? Oh, right here. Damn, dude. Ah, the vulnerability of packs can be so frustrating. See what happens when it fires here. It's not really... No, hold up. Did it repair itself? It did. Not. No. Now it's completely disconnected. Oh my god. I see. Okay. Ah, so this thing must be packing big heat rounds. Seems the heavy armor got touched and it just kind of, either that or maybe it hit the firing piece and just blew out the back. That's not gonna get repaired. Shoot. Well, that's a golden BB shot there. Alright. Fast food versus Jacques Aristers. They're speedy little buggers, and they're kind of wiggly. Well, I don't know. That's looking pretty lined up. Yeah, that was pretty lined up. Yep. Oh, dear. Oh, God, it got the end. That's why it went into, like, ultra bullet time. It got the engine, and it got the, ring shield. And you can see here, oh, no, the ring shields are in line with the... Oh, Jacques. Your ring shields are in line with your steam pipes. Anytime they go, they're gonna kill your engine. Oh, holy shit. Damn, a 10% hit from the first pass. Ronald doesn't fuck around. This is not the face of mercy. It's, I guess, somewhat odd that Ronald doesn't clown around, actually. I mean, yeah. I feel like he's one of the first Uncanny Valley freaky kind of clowns. Big hits. Oh, okay, yeah, just decapitating that turret. Burning hella deep. Got plenty of incendiary going out, which, you know, there's a lot of alloy. There's also a lot of stone and a lot of heavy armor. But, like, a lot of the armor, a lot of the block types in this are vulnerable. And there's a lot of nice, juicy fuel engines to burn up. Definitely a good target for incendiary. Bang, bang? Nope. Couldn't line it up. I was kind of thinking that was going to be the case for most of the passes. It was just going to struggle. But it, seems to be finding angles on these little Corvettes. Uh-oh. I love that so much. Oh, the superstructure just vanishes. Oh, that's awesome. Also a little bit of firepower on the this little guy here. Fucking where, what, and from how, though? Oh, no, never mind. It's reporting 100% again. Maybe an APS just wasn't fully loaded up. Oh, no. Turn, bud. Come on. There you go. I don't know if that was you or if we just happened to kind of move back in towards you. I really like the way these are bobbing in and out of the water. Very realistic Corvette action. Yeah, that ain't gonna line up. Super narrow restrictions. Oh, it wasn't that one. It was this guy over here the whole time who was DQing. Ah, the one who got hit at first. Well, the engines are still working. Oh, well. Happy Nuke. Merry Nuke, miss. Alright, it's just down to this last air star, which has 2 materials left? That feels what? 0 materials left. Okie dokie. You know, I don't think material remaining count is a scuttle setting for DQ points in tournaments. Which I guess is fair since steam engines can keep going for a while on 0 materials and APS keep firing until their clips are empty. But I think this one's been balded to the point where it has no firepower left. Kind of all the blocks above water are just gone. And now more of them are. Alright, we got a team entry grudge match. We've got Laborian Factoria going up against Maxolotl's Team Toast, which has smoke. That's interesting. Might make these frag missiles a little bit more squirrely. It certainly has. That was a lot of misses. Oh, you know, they're kind of finding their way back to it. Immediately already in bad PID town. Oh, okay. We've also sustained some damage to the custom jets. Oh god, okay. They were like just point blank fired into this thing. Alright. I was like, where are these crams going? Why can't I see them? Yeah, man, when those missiles have a good lock, they're just so... Hello? Where are you shooting your missiles? Did you get damaged up top? What happened? Curious. No. Oh, they're chasing after the decoy stick. Ah, that's really funny. That's right. This guy packs a medium decoy stick that he just shoots into space. Damn, but that is effective. Keeping this pretty close. Double APS boy has lost one of his APS. Having some flotation issues. Yeah, there it is. You can see him chasing it in real time. Ooh, the cram's not exactly finding a mark there. Yeah, you know, pretty beat up from frags. This is, oh yeah. All right. Yeah, kind of struggling against the other double entry here. Ooh, no. These are mostly submerged craft. Oh, you know what? The incendiary cram hit the turret cap. Is that gonna burn up? This is the one who toasts. How toasty are we? We keep dipping under the water, which ain't great for the fire damage, but I think there's some oxidizer. Speaking of dipping underwater. This heavy armor block just kind of, you know, comfortably on fire. Fucking this is fine ass meme. Okay. You know, you come in close for a cram shot every once in a while. Nice result. Very nice result. Oh, this one also got hit really hard. Presumably also by crams. One who toasts actually has lost a pretty significant amount of health here. And beyond, oh yeah, look at that. That cram is just plain old exposed. Both crams are exposed and damaged. 50% firepower. With dead firing pieces even. The fact that these two little vets bob in and out of the water, really making life hard for the air-based contestants here to deal with. But just making life hard for them, not to deal with. Sorry. I just had a cup of coffee, but apparently I could use another couple. That said, it bobbing in and out has also been making it a miserable target, I'm sure. This one definitely some of the lowest damage we've seen Maxolotl's double entry pump out. You're looking quite dead in the water there, butto. Also, I think we just saw a bunch of frags from missiles hitting this sucker. Pretty well and damaged, man. Bombardier getting some DQ points. Whoa, hey, we actually got our first volley of the small missiles off here. Just in time. Alright, that's a HP win for Toasty. Okay. Naked Redemption versus the H-48. This is the triple barrel. I think this one is more solid shot focus. So it's less likely to immediately... Maybe it's more chemical round focused. That just looked like boom. That does kind of just look like boom. Oh, were those pack components? They were. Where? It's always a question of fucking like where. Where did it get through? Ah, right here. Sure enough. Damn, man. I blew out the whole back line with that HE incursion. I don't know if we have a firing gun anymore. I feel like if it took out those lines, it probably... Nope, local weapon controller is still there. And the pack is still capable of delivering a shot. Alright. Didn't even damage itself. Down to about 50% firepower. Are you aiming? Yes. Yeah, those barrels are wiggling. Sorry, they looked really similar to their idle angle. Kind of faked me out for a second there. It's like, I mean, did it just kill the AI? It seems to be targeting hot blocks. Oh, we did find that out last time. More miscellaneous pieces. More pack pieces. Oh, man. I made a craft similar to this. And when I was making craft art projects, basically, which looked like Iridian 3D spacecraft. There's a boss called the Psytector. I gave it a pack. About the only way I found to really protect it was to make the craft really wide and fat, and to make things want to shoot it everywhere but the pack. The pack itself had a lot of armor around it and a real chunky neck on the bottom, a lot up above it, and it just kind of, stubby necked its way out from the top with a big cone of heavy armor. And even then, it was built to kill bulwarks without taking damage, did a great job of it, but every once in a while, a volley from the bulwark would hit the turret, and just, that's it. The whole pack just, boom, HE leaks all the way down, kills the whole turret. It's just how they work. Well, shit. That is a local weapon controller dead. Alright, now we've got Team Toast versus Jacques Airsters. Let's see how this ends up going. I think we've seen this against the Melter, and may have seen it up against the Arrogance earlier, actually. My brain is not okay, guys. It's just been one of them years. So far, really even on HP count. Although we've already got some damage to the cram here, it looks like. Oh, okay, yeah. Alright. Well. Oh, wow, we got in real close for that. Kind of special delivery, that entire volley. Not too much done from it. Did disable this top via EMP. Okay, yeah, there's the local weapon controller gone. Surprised it didn't burn these suckers out, unless it did. Did not. Not that it really matters, because they are torpedoes. Oh, I see a big EMP jolt here, so we just had another big cram salvo. Looks like the EMP jolt killed the front turret. And it looks like this one's turret restriction settings are giving it some problems. Hate to see it. You do well and truly hate to see it. Genuinely. I hate to see stuff like that. Hard to catch in testing. Something just doesn't quite catch it the right way. You're like 2 degrees too far in your turret restrictions. Oh, well, there went his ring shields. So let's see if was I right? It didn't blow out. Okay, what direction did you go then? Okay, you went this direction, harmlessly out the rear. Well, mostly harmlessly. Killed the propeller. That's better than killing your engine. Yeah, hate to see little things like that. Really, like, my least favorite thing to see. No one wants to see a craft that's just not behaving as well as it should. Either get DQ'd or get its turret stuck, or that kind of stuff. Just, it sucks. I'd rather see everything doing as well as it possibly can be. Which is why I usually do revisions and such for these tournaments. We'll see. And we got a nuke in the distance. There it is. 07, little guy. 07. We'll see. I'll probably allow something similar to that if we end up with brackets. It'll have to decide on how interested people are in seeing it continue. I imagine after, watching all the craft fight each other and all these episodes an hour long apiece, people might be kind of done with it and wanting to move on, myself included. At the very least, I will be exhausted to the point of tears of seeing my own craft. I get pretty bored with my own stuff right quick. Airstar holding on to most of its firepower by the numbers. However, I don't think we have any local weapon controllers left. I think they've all been fried. Yeah. So yeah, I may do something in the way of a maybe a team fight. Maybe I'll get... Oh! To space! The From the Depths classic. The boat somersault. Boat somersault into belly rubs. A classic From the Depths maneuver. Yeah, we'll see. If people are up for watching a kind of team captain draft of the entries go up against each other, maybe I'll have the folks who get the highest win counts do a draft and see how that goes. Could be pretty fun. Definitely one of the advantages of a lot of small ships like this is we could actually do that. We could just have a million destroyers out fighting. Alright folks, we've got the 47 double barrel going up against the Tournoi turbo pack by Kurtadir. This, again, man... well, it got a nice ammo detonation there. It looks like it actually took out the propulsion on the rear of the ship, too. Sure did. So this thing's just dragging itself along by its front. This really feels so winnable for the turbo pack. It just needs a bunch of really good shots, like just gun, 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 or like gun AI. That's the classic tragedy of a Pierce pack, I suppose. Not really why I ended up bringing a Thump and an HE short barrel or short range packs. I just brought those because I thought it would be absolutely hilarious and make for a fine showing. And I've been pretty damn happy with the explosions so far. I've been absolutely satisfied with my purchase. Ronald has been a joy. Jeez, those guns reach deep and hit hard. Big holes poked. Looks like we're going up for emergency belly rubs. Oh, and the pack is already... God damn, from where? Ah, I think I see. Ha! I'll be damned. But that also killed the local weapon controller? Where's the local weapon controller? Huh. Well, I ain't gonna argue with the damn game. It's showing red, so there's no weapon controller. I like the added touch of that extra triangle back, wedge back piece there. Makes it look like an angry eye. It's pretty sick. Boom! That was more pack pieces. Alright, alright. Okay, Arrogance versus the 47, which we just saw. See how the plasma goes against these deep-reaching chemical rounds. We are already down to the gun here. Plasma is such an odd damage type to try to defend against. Especially at these smaller volumes. Your best bet is size and ablative armor. Layers, you know? And even then, you know, you can only make your turret caps so big. And you can only put so many layers and everything. What an interesting little puzzle that added to the game. It's a shame you don't see it very often. It's so expensive and just requires so much. Arrogance down to 66% firepower. That has got to me. Yep, this plasma's dead. Oh my god, yeah. That is hella dead, man. Plasma's dead. Chances are all the missiles are dead. Yeah, it's only reporting plasma firepower. Still 40 of it, though. Jesus, man. Ooh, turret cap hit. Did not disable it, which is really impressive, honestly. And here is the problem. The plasma is just not consistently hitting the same blocks. I think we saw this earlier with the arrogance up against another one of the 40 series, where it was just really picking a wide variety of different targets, and it did not benefit it. It needs just a little bit more focus. Just look at that. You're one block off. But I'm pretty sure I just saw shots go in at the other half of the ship. No, okay, it's still kind of firing up here. All right. Yeah, it looks like this. Oh, yeah, there we are. Now we're on the rear. Needed to focus on the same block / area for just a little bit longer. And, you know, sometimes you can't do anything about it. You know, sometimes the aim point picked a block on the outside of the ship and blew it off. So it has to pick a new target. Like, that's just how the game works sometimes. Looks like we're down to these front two. Yeah, one got finished off here. The other one is disabled. That one's been disabled. We appear to be in a slow and controlled circle. The thrust imbalance is just enough to trick the PID into doing this little wide pear-shaped orbit here. It certainly ain't keeping it from getting hit. It's really interesting behavior, actually, you know. It's circling a point at a distance away from the target. Honestly, almost like the bombing run with Circle, except instead of going straight in and straight out, it's doing this broad kind of elliptical thing as it struggles. Honestly, that'd be a pretty decent AI routine to have. Could really screw with missiles, crams, slower moving APS rounds. These APS rounds are not slower moving, so not doing it any favors here. It also seems to be something to do with the way the two ships are kind of, their AIs and their preferred combat ranges are playing with each other here. Looks like we're back under more control. Kind of staying in a broadside here. Oh, wow. Yeah. This ended up pretty close, but the H-48, or say 47, sorry, definitely has the HP lead and firepower lead as well. Alright, now we've got the Laboria and the Factoria up against the unnamed hovercraft, or generic hovercraft, I guess. It is kind of a generic little boogie board hovercraft. Ooh, got a early ammo detonation in the back of the hover. Down 3% HP already. Looks like it's focusing fire on the missile craft, which is unfortunately something we've seen pretty frequently. Oh yeah, and its APS already found the missile volleys here. Oh, it has redundant laser rangefinder / painter on the front turret, but it gets occluded. I really like the way these things navigate. Back and forth, fast. These are cool little boats. I'm a big fan. Like we're on fire here. Very on fire. Whoop! Near miss from the cram. That is not surprising. Okay, the APS did not miss. It's like that blew right on through and then just blew out the blocks underneath. Immediately switching targets afterwards. Some big chunky damage from those frag missiles here. Took out some of the missile firepower. Would you look at that? The APS gets kind of distracted shooting at the frag missiles. Doesn't do the best job of it, does it? Looks like we're starting to bob under the water on the missile entry. Oh man, the missile entry doesn't have any laser pointers anymore. You can't paint a target, so those are just gonna go up to space. God, and both of these APS have been... This looks like the work of chemical round here. You can see there's kind of a... Well... Yeah, because this heavy armor block is damaged. Oh, the engine has also been hit. Looks like it probably went in here and just blew down into it. That is so sad, man. Oh, well, actually, wait. Does that mean it's firepower dead? Yes. Yeah, this entry's actually firepower dead. Okay, final round. Team Fast Food / Team Ronald McDonald going up against Project Nightstorm, the single-barreled terror. Unfortunately, wow, immediately losing a firing piece to the party mix there. Boy, you hate to see that. And there's a turret. Just clipped the whole firing piece off, or the whole turret cap off. Looks like we're firing at the detection tower a little bit. You know, detection tower almost kind of working against the design against multi-entries because it's putting the APS firepower right at the level of the turrets. So even if they're firing for this detection tower, you risk getting barrel snipes or damage to your turret caps. Oof, that's another turret gone. God, it blew out a whole freaking huge chunk, too. Oh no, it actually fired on the same turret. My bad. It just decided to put a big hole over here. Probably because it's got that big AI center with the kind of non-localized GPP. I wonder if these CWIS could have had a local weapon controller that an ACB controls, and it like looks for whether enemies have crams or whatever it wants to fire against, and if not, it turns on the local weapon controller so that they can then be used offensively. That way It's not just sunk cost. Oh, dead gun. Heat in the back of the turret. Pretty sure that's what happened here. Sure looks like it. Yep. Otherwise, kind of quiet, just biding its time, waiting for Ronald to strike again. Where will he pick? Jesus. Straight through there. Missed the turret by a mile, but man. Burrowed a hole straight through the craft. I don't know what the hell was there, but it wanted it dead. Sure, we've got some serious holes poked. Oh, yeah. Yeah, those nasty chemical hole punches are doing their damn job. Haven't managed to kill any propulsion. I'm sure I've lost a ton of engines. Oh, well, not that one. About you. Yeah, that one's dead. Boom, boom! Okay. Pretty sure that was the same turret that already blew off. It ain't doing a great job of this, is it? Honestly, the HP gap is not that much. Like, there's not really much of a difference right now. Found a couple weak spots with the diner, but it's not exactly meant to do huge HP damage. And Ronald does okay HP damage. Ooh, is he disabled? No. Nope, just bad. Able, but bad. Don't know if we'll get another pass from the pack. Wild, you know? Oddly enough, the diner this recording session kind of putting in the most work. Ronald's been kind of letting everyone down. Oh yeah, look at that. I think that's another turret cap killed from the rear. And working on this last one here. Geez, you can see components. Oh, come on. Oh, wow. Enough engines are dead, or maybe all the battery store are just dead. Ronald has no firepower left. Shoot, if this were a tie, I probably would have given it to the Night Storm.